before and afters, but although this was the left-hand one was before, this was a better swing, and we'll show you now in this movement, okay? Because your characteristic, as we said, those hands tend to want to move away, kind of out on the way back, okay? If we look here on this left-hand one, as we said, it isn't, this is wrong, it's not technically right or technically good, it's within the confines of where you can be. So your hands kind of go back. They do push out a little bit towards this red line, as you'll see. There's a little bit of movement there. But at this point here now, the club is parallel to your target line. Hands are under your shoulders. Absolutely fine. Would I prefer to see the golf club a little bit more kind of here rather than out there? Then yes. But it's not as if it's like, oh my God, you're miles out. When you started thinking about it, this one here now, as you go back, if I get that line on your hands there. When you get to set up. Okay, they did move back. There you go, right. And you'll notice the club kind of fans in. So the hands move out, and look at the same kind of, see where the club's starting to get behind you there now? Mm-hmm. So once that club gets behind you, it's over-rotated with the forearm, so the face is now open. And if that club carries on this plane here, now it's going to be really flat. So now to get the club back up, you've got to lift your arm. So your left arm now is a little bit higher than what you wanted to, okay? So now because of this lifting caused by that takeaway, your path now is going to the left too much, okay? Which will result in either that shot or you hanging back onto your right foot here and sort of falling back a little bit there and a straight pull left. Mm-hmm. One of those two. You'll either get a pull left or a slice right based on this first movement here, okay? And I think you've got to make sure when you're doing that, just being aware of the take. The beauty thing for you is working on that is one of the easiest things to work on because there's not much involved in the swing to do that, and you can just practice and drill that till it becomes kind of like everyday swing, okay? Uh-huh. And this move now, very similar to that swing I was talking about Gareth Dummett, who was off 22, 23, whatever, like 7 or 8. This was a fault he had, and it's something he creeps back into now. Even 3 years after that, sometimes I watch the swing and go, yeah, you go, and he goes, oh, yeah, I know I am and stuff. It's a habit that he's had for a while, and it's still kind of in the blueprint is still there. So it will every now and then creep back into his game, and he's then going to go like light bulb moment. I'm hitting this shape of shot or this sort of shot. Check that. So you're almost like a checkpoint to if I'm hitting pulls or slices. Is this the problem? If not, is this the problem, being a little bit too lifty or whatever it may be? Is my balance being an issue, okay? So you just look at things systematically and go, okay, right, I'm hitting the ball well, tick, fine, we'll carry on. Hitting the ball slightly off, what sort of shot am I hitting slightly off? Is it a slice? Is it a pull? If it's a slice, it's a face issue, yeah? Your face get a bit open. If it's a pull, it's a path issue and you're just trying to close the club face up to avoid the slice properly, okay? It's just giving you kind of the sort of your own methodology, I suppose, to kind of self-diagnose. So on the golf course, you're not going to start going like, I can't hit the ball straight, I'll aim 30 yards left, I hit straight now, bugger, then and you go all over the place, yeah? You can start creating a go-to swing that will work and just get you around the golf course. It'll be pretty, it'll be the best strike you ever had, but it'll get you on the golf course. And say you start off playing and you're at that very much on the edge of getting away with its swing, and you get to like holes 12, 13, 14, and you say 11 over par, and you've got my best rounds on course, and you have a bit of a way, and you're, oh my God, right, don't panic. I've got my go-to, I can work on this, I know what my trigger is to try and get this feeling. It can get me around the golf course. Won't be as good as you were for the previous 10, 12 holes, but it won't be a disaster and chuck away the round. You can still sort of make it into the clubhouse breaking 90 rather than being, say, 11 over par for the first 10 or whatever, and then coming back in like 20 over and, ruined it, over 100. Yeah? Just like a sort of a go-to movement, okay? But that is your kind of characteristic. You get a bit too out there. The club gets too far behind, face is open, now you've got to start doing this. Depending on what the club does, the other pulls or slices it, yeah? Make sense?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Good man, no, very good.